viewers. Alrighty. Let's start. Oh. Okay, let's do it. Now, I will start in a few minutes. I am just starting the stream, so I will share the link to some places. Say here. Alright. Let me post this link somewhere. I'm going to the Godot engine channel. I'm going to post the link for the stream. Stream is over here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, and with that, let's begin. So here is the link for anyone that wants to see the code. This is all open source code. And if you want to help, let me refresh this. I put here a task list. And this is what we're going to start programming today. So we're going to start with this. And then we're going to go, let's see if we can finish at least this one. Right, so let's boot our Godot engine. We're using Godot 3.4. So let's start it. Godot MOBA. And of course we need to start 2 instances. I will put this in another screen here. We need 2 instances of Godot. One is for the client and one is for the server. So I will keep the consoles away and I will keep these 2 here. So this one is we're going to be developing, and this one is the one that we're going to test with. So it's a multiplayer game, right? So let's see, what do we have until now? We're going to start this project, run. What we do to test is host here, join here, start here, and then we have the game running. So last time what we did, sorry for the ugly graphics, right? This is my computer, my programmer graphics. So pretty ugly. The tree is mine, the grass is mine, the flag is mine. If you want to have better graphics, please just send me a pull request with better graphics and I will accept it. Okay. So what do we have now? We have multiplayer working. We have the animation of the character working fine. If he reaches the destination, it stops, and it follows the flag. So there are a couple of things we can do. We can, for example, remove the flag, but we're not going to do that. Probably we can write that into VS Code. in the README, so as a new task. So what I like to do always is to have, let me open VS Code. Let me open recent Godot MOBA. I like to have this task list. Do you trust the author of the file in this folder? Yes, I guess. So we are going to add pathfinding, and then another one can be like remove the flag after the user or after the player arrives to it. Okay. So yeah, this is something that we can do later. I am going to write it here so anyone can try to do that. So how are we committing code? So we're using bash. We can go to the folder, Godot MOBA, and I like to use, oh, there is nothing here. Yeah, we can use Godot bash, and we can use also the source control stuff here. Where is the change, man? It's weird. Where is my change? Its status. Okay, here's the change. It's not appearing here for some weird reason, so we're going to forget it for now. So the tool I use is Git GUI. I think it's a nice tool to preview what you're going to commit. So added the remove flag task to the README. Okay, so we're doing this just to get warmed up, just a little commit. So you know where are the task lists, so what are we going to be working on each time. Okay, perfect, all done. So let's start. We want to add pathfinding to the movement of the players, so it goes around trees. So what we have now is that this character, if I click here, it should go around the tree, right? And it's not doing that. We want to fix it. To be honest, I never did any pathfinding things, so we're going to learn together. And that's the idea. This is a learning session plus let's make a game session. So because we're working in Godot, it's not going to be too hard, hopefully. So let's open the game. Let's open the world. Where is the world? It's over here. So here's the world. And here we want to make sure we have the players. The players are spawned on interesting spawn points. Interesting. Yeah, there is something we can do. Hopefully we're not getting off track here. But inside of these spawn points, we can create a little character, right, to see the size and the position of this character. So how do we do that? We can save this branch as scene, and we're going to save it as spawn point. So this spawn point is going to be the same, it's going to be the target. But inside here, I want to spawn player, but I want to not instance the player. I just want to make sure it's visible for us to edit. So this is the scene. Okay, so this is the player, right? But we don't want to spawn it. We just want it to be a placeholder. So when we enable this placeholder, that means that when I play the game, it's not going to spawn actually. It's just going to basically do nothing. It's going to be invisible, inexistent, but for the editor, it's going to appear, as you can see here, right? So the next thing we have to do is we need to change the type of this. Sadly, there is no way. Let me see if I can make simple and root. Yeah, basically I want this thing that is spawn point. I will duplicate it with Ctrl D. Right. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there are 6 positions, right? So this one, I'm going to put it over here. Let me enable the smart snap. What's this? Grid snap. Well, what's the difference? I don't know. Let me see for the smart snap. So, okay. I will put it over here. 7, I will put it over here. 8, I'm going to put it over here. No, wait a minute. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the way that we are doing it, let me just delete all this. It's just too much noise. I will change the name of this. This is the order that they are going to appear, right? Renaming, where is the renaming? Okay, I need to rename it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the spawn points. We're going to have 3 versus 3, right? So the first one is going to appear here. The second one, in case we are going to do, let's say 1 versus 1 is going to appear here. Second one is going to be over here. Third one is going to appear over here. Fourth one is going to appear over here. And fifth one is going to appear over here. So why are we doing this 0, 1, like each one is here, and then the other is here, then the other here, then the other here? Because what we want to do is that if you're playing 1 versus 1, then you load people in the middle. But if you play 3 versus 3, you load the 3 of us, or the 3 of the players here, and the 3 of the other players here. Yeah, we need the teams to work later. So but that's for later. So let's see if it still works. Let me see how the spawning is happening. All right. Let's see a tutorial in YouTube. Oh, I am seeing that we have chat going on. Thanks for writing your comments there. It's the first time I ever receive any chat message, so I am very happy. Thanks for following. Placeholders are always fun when it's finally polished. No need to think about the graphics too much. Yeah. All right. So how you can help us is just share the link of the Twitch stream so more people can join us. The objective here is to gather more people so that they can maybe collab with the project. We are accepting anything at this point. We're accepting people that want to do art, people that want to do code, scenes, trees, whatever you think you can help. Please clone the project, send me a pull request, and I will accept it. Okay, let's continue with what we were doing. So if you click edit and go to find, find this over here. I remember it was Ctrl+Shift+F, so I will just do it directly. You can search for spawn points. And here we can see where in the code it's being used, okay? So game state is the current file that is handling the game state. So it's looking for spawn points and it's using the name of the node to spawn it. So that's why we name it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this game state GD, if I am correct, where this is being used. So you can search for code here, right? But you cannot find you cannot search inside TSCNs, inside the scenes. So the way that I do this, for example, I want to know which node is using this game state.gd. So the way I do is I use VS Code. So VS Code is always very helpful. So let me use game state.gd here. So it's an autoload variable. So game state is an autoload variable, which is a variable set in the project settings. So here we have autoload game state GD. Okay, so it's a global variable that anyone in any point of the game can use or can select. All right, perfect. So let's try to do what we are meant to do. So sorry if I get lost a bit when I sidetrack, but our objective currently is to add pathfinding. I need to add pathfinding to the movement of the players, right? So how do we make sure it goes around the trees and so forth? So let's see how the game is built, right? If we go to the world, the game is built with a tile map, okay, which has floor and wall, and then it has some trees, right? So one tool we have in the tile map, if we edit this tile set, one tool we have is the capacity of editing the navigation map of each of the tiles. So for example, let's go to this tile, we go to navigation, and we're going to tell Godot that the user can pass through here, okay? So what is the snapping? This is a great question. What is the snapping of this tile set? We need to discover that. Let me see. How do I close the edition? Let me go back here. So floor is a tile, right? Let me find this. How do I find where the time map? Oh, here. So the cell is 48 by 48, right? So because it's 48 by 48, then that means that the tile map grid, when we edit, is going to be 48 by 48. See what's going on. Please edit, edit, edit. Where is the bar? Let me just see if I can change here. Edit. Yeah. The edit tool is not working for some. Ah, here. Okay, it appeared. So what we're going to do is change the snap options to 48 by 48. So you can see we can snap our navigation to the corners of the tile. So we're going to click here, create a box. Here we created a box, and this box is covering the green tile. So the green tile is the tile where the player can move, okay? And the parts of the tile set that does not have the navigation square, let's say, then the player is not going to be able to move. So it's not going to be able to move through here, or through here. So we're going to only using these two, so that's enough. So now we have the navigation tiles. Let's see if we can have visible navigation when we test the game. So let's restart it. This is going to die because the server has been disconnected. It's going to tell us that the server has disconnected. Perfect. Let me call this jet1. So we host here, we join here, we start here. Yeah, I don't see too much navigation tiles. All right. Let's add a child node, and let's add a navigation through the object, right? So this navigation through the is going to online docs. Oh wait, this is not what I wanted. Search help here. So navigation through the is over here. So this is a class that is going to allow us to provide navigation to the 2D area. Okay, this is specified by a collection of navigation polygon resources, and they are collected from the child nodes. Okay, perfect. So here what we can do to speed up our process, let's get some code from some tutorials. This is like I worked in the game industry for many years, and this is something very usual. So let's see what we can get here. So nav pathfinding, I think we could say pathfinding, and I really like these GDQuest videos. Highly recommend it. So navigation 2D, we can see the structure of their code here, of their scene. Tile map is a child of navigation 2D. So let's go to our scene and let's change how this all works. Okay, so navigation 2D is going to be a parent of this. And then we have the trees, right? The trees are another node we can put inside navigation 2D, and each tree can have a let me think, how can we make that this tree blocks the navigation 2D? This is something very interesting, but for now let's try this. I probably need a key to exit the game because like I'm stuck here. Yeah, and then I will add that. Okay, so server disconnected. I join here and I start here. All right, so we got something. This is not perfect, but there's definitely something. We see some issues. Let's see, we can even compare here. Our tile map our tile map here is getting a bit disaligned, right? Misaligned. But also there is this additional margin in the top. So why do we have this additional margin? So let me delete for easier viewing. I don't think we need all these bricks over here. So let me delete most of the bricks. Let me see where we are. Yes, we're in the right position. All right. Great. So we are deleting this. I did this with right click. So bucket and right click, you can do bunch of like bulk removing stuff. Okay, so we have this very simple. So navigation 2D has a transform of 0, 0. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's see. Yes, this is always taking time. It needs to die quickly. Come on. I think the timeout is too big. But anyways, let's join and start. Okay. Okay, now I right click. I don't know why it fixed it itself, but now I right click at the right point and the flag is appearing at the right point. So this is good news. Here the same. Perfect. So we have the nav mesh. This green square is the nav mesh, but we need to know or understand why it's not aligned. So it's starting from the middle. Yeah, and this needs to be aligned with the tile. So if we see our tile set here, come on, please, please, please do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There's something I did. Where is it? So this edit button is slightly broken. Sometimes I click it and nothing happens. Trying to figure out what is the reliable way of making it work. Let me see. Sometimes if I change, how did I make this appear? Here. Okay, yeah, magically. Magically appears. Okay. So as you can see, let me halve this to 4 to 4. If I move this point, right, we have different shapes. Select the navigation, right? Offset is 0. So I am putting this in the corners, so it looks good. I'm not sure why it is slightly off. Let's see the position of everything. So the world has a transform of 0, 0, perfect. Navigation 2D has a position of 0, 0, perfect. The tile map, let's see the transform of the tile map is 0, 0, perfect. Let's see our lobby. So the lobby, once it connects, right, world, once it connects, it will begin the game from the game state global variable. And begin game, what it does is executes a series of functions. These are some of the comments I started adding, so it's a bit easier to read. So press start game. So it will spawn the world and instance it, right? It shouldn't. It doesn't have any kind of position or transforms. It's just spawning it. So another way we have to debug this, we can use this remote. So first I'm going to kill it. Yeah, no way to kill it directly from here. I'm just going to do it from here. This should stop soon. I'm going to use the remote inspector to see what is the value of all the positions. So I host here, I join here, and I start here. We can see again the nav mesh is slightly 24 pixels exactly, because it's in the middle of the tile. 24 pixels away from the position it should be. It's happening right here below, and it's happening here in the corner. So let's start our remote debugger. Debugger, yep. We have our wall here, position 0, 0. Our root here, it doesn't have position. We have the navigation to the position 0, 0. We can even, this is the git bash. We'll put this here. We can even here, you know what, we can use the VS Code for bash, so I will close this. Navigation to the is position 0, 0, so it's aligned. Then the tile map, cell custom transform, what's this? We have cell size 48, 48, quadrant size 16. And we have the tile set, collision layer, position is 0 and 0. So yeah, I mean, this is quite suspicious. What changes? The thing is I cannot keep above. This is a feature that I missed from Linux, where I can keep the screen or this window above. But let me see, if we change this, is there anything that happens, like 0? I will put it here. 0 or 16, yeah, nothing happens. 48, okay. Changes that, tile set. Or tile set, please, 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 please. New atlas. Yep. Looking good, apparently. Yeah, so there's no reason. There is no reason that our navigation mesh is slightly off, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to continue with the development. We're going to assume that yeah, we're going to assume that the visualization is wrong, okay? Let's going to assume that this is actually in this point, but for some reason the visualization is wrong, right? Remember that we enable it here, invisible navigation. So, all right. If we in the future, if we find that when we test this navigation, of course, this movement is not yet using navigation, but if in the future, when we are using navigation for the characters, we see that the players are not being able to reach here, this part, then we will know that we probably need to take another look, right? So for now, let's leave it like that. Otherwise, we're going to get stuck here forever. So let's discover a way where our trees can be recognized as blockers. Okay. Let's see. How can we do that? Let's continue with this extremely useful video. Here, GD Quest is editing the tiles, right? So how can we negate a tile map? Because if you notice here, for example, this tile here, like the tile set is saying you can pass through here, but we want the object to be a blocker, or the object to be a subtracting the polygon that the navigation mesh is generating. So let's see how can we do that. We were checking the documentation of navigation 2D. Navigation through G. We can add nav poly, set transform, get closest position, get simple path. Get simple path is the path between points. Remove the polygon with a given ID. That's a navigation polygon. Okay. Okay. So let's imagine that we have a tree. We have the tree here. Oh no, this tree is not. This is not good. The tree is not a scene. This will make it a bit hard because we probably will need to refactor all these trees. But anyway, not a big deal. Or are they? Yeah, they're a scene. Sorry, I was looking at the remote. So I will stop this for now. I'm going to continue working in the tree, and I will add here a navigation polygon instance. And let me see if I can. It says enabled and disabled. Like, we're going to add a navigation poly, right? We're going to make it. Do we make the whole? Let's make it small. For no good reason, but just for the sake of it. Let's see if we disable it. Is it going to be recognized as a blocker? That's a good question. This is a good question. Let's see what is complaining here. Must be a child or grandchild to navigation to the node, as it only provides navigation data. This is not an issue because this tree is actually inside our world, right? So if we see editable children, we can see the navigation poly is actually a grandchild of the navigation 2D, so we're fine. So we're going to disable editable children, yes. And now we can see that each of these trees have a yellow box. Is this yellow box going to affect the polygon? I don't know. I have no idea. We can test. Let's see. We're in the process of discovering we are going to host here, join here, start here. Let's see. It's appearing green and yellow. It's appearing green and yellow. Is this a hole? Is this a hole in the polygon? I don't know, right? How do the holes in the polygon look like? So the holes look like, let me see. The holes look like this. Wait a minute. Oh, they're not visible here. Well, what's this? Oh no. Okay. The holes look like this. I think that GTQuest did not enable the way of seeing the collision shapes. But yeah, that's not an issue. Yeah, you know what? Let's try. Let's test. Let's test. The way we test is we are going to check the code. Right, here's the code. Let me see if we have code posted here. Nope. No, where's the code? We don't have code here. So we need to copy it from here, which is not a big deal. That's probably even good because we can type it and we can learn from it. So we have the set path. We have all this code. We have code for 100 input, button left. Here. Okay, this is a good one. Nav 2D get simple path. So we have a similar code than this one. 100 input for the bottom left, right? Our code that is similar is here inside the player. Where is our player? Here. So our player, when we right click, this is 100 input. When we right click, for current object, not the puppets, for current user player. So is network master means the current user player, not the puppets. So let's remember that we are dealing with a multiplayer game. So in this case, this is the master and this is the puppet. And when we move it, like this is the puppet, okay, and this is the master. Because in different windows, each object has different roles. Okay. So if it's network master, we're going to set world target pos, right? It's a function here that basically changes. Let's remove this prints. Basically changes world target pos. Okay. World target pos is the position of the flag where the player will move to. So apart from doing this, we need to calculate the path. So we do this with get simple path, right? Are there other kinds of paths? Not sure. So we have in navigation 2D, we have get simple path, get closest point owner, not poly add, not poly remove, such. Get simple path, I think, is the simplest, or it's probably the only one. It can be like get path, right? But okay, it's called get simple path. It returns the path between the points in local coordinate space. This method has known issues and will often return an optimal path. Okay, so this is all we have. So we have get simple path. So let's check my FPS here. Monitors. Yeah, FPS is 60. Yeah, this is not a big deal. Because the other time we had like an FPS of 300 or 3000 and it was slowing down the computer. So get simple path is the method that we're going to use in player. So where is the navigation mesh? The navigation 2D is inside world, and we're a player, right? So we have different ways where we can access or reference to this navigation 2D. One way is to say, give me the parent, give me navigation to the child, and then we can access this navigation 2D. That can be a way. However, another way can also be using game state, right? So when we pre-start the game, we have a variable world where we instance it. But here we can set a variable for the navigation mesh. So here it's called nav2d, so we're going to call it like that. So nav2d is what? It's a variable that we're going to define up here. Var nav2d, going to be null at the beginning. And this variable, where is it? Where are you? I lost it. So let's find it. Okay. So this nav2d is going to contain our navigation mesh. World makes reference to this object. Get child. And the name of this child is going to be navigation 2D. Navigation 2D. And that's it. We spawn the world, we set this variable to this object. And how does this help? When we go to player, we can ask game state, nav2d, and we have the object. Yep, that's a clean way of accessing this object. And we are going to get simple path. Get simple, yeah. So Godot doesn't know that this is a navigation to the object. So we're going to tell Godot that. So nav2d is going to be a navigation to the object. And why this is important? Because now we have auto-completion. So if I get simple path, it's getting auto-completed because now Godot knows that this variable is a navigation through the kind of object. Okay, so what we want: start, end, optimize, right? Global position, perfect. So start is going to be the global position of myself, of my character. The end is going to be world target pos. And the optimize, we're going to leave it as default. In this case, is also getting a default. So we can visualize the path with line 2D. So we're going to do that. This is an excellent idea. We need to visualize it, at least when we are debugging. So we're going to draw a red line with the path that the player is going to take. Do you have any questions? Please let me know in the comments. I can answer any of your questions. Okay, so line 2D points. Line 2D is a line 2D here. That is the child with that name. So how are we going to adapt that to our game? So we have the players. We have the player here. Where is the player? Here. And this player is going to have a line 2D. This line is going to be red. We want this to highlight strongly. And the points it has 0. Yep, we don't really care about that. We can leave it at 0 points. And let's call this the debug nav line. Okay, it's a line that's going to be visible only for debugging. So if we go to the script, we can call our debug nav line, and we can set the points of this nav line to be var new path, to be this new path. And what is this going to do? Is it restarting? Let's restart. So we host here, we join here, we wait for this to die. Come on, please die quickly. Okay, join here and start here. Aha. Get child in base node to D cannot convert argument 1 from string to int. Wait a minute, get child doesn't work like that? Let me see. How do you get child then? Wait a minute. Don't you just like pass the string of the name of the child? Ah, wait a minute, it's get node. Yeah, it's get node. Sorry about that. Get child is like the number of the child, and get node is the name of the node of the child also. So a bit confusing there. We host here, we join here, we start here. We have our multiplayer game working. Where is my line? I should have a line by now. Oh, wait a minute. The line is down here. Did you see that? Ah. Okay, what's going on? The line 2D is working in relative coordinates. So we have two things to notice here. First one, we need to fix the line. The line needs to be working with global coordinates and not relative coordinates. But the other thing we notice is, for example, from here, let's put it here. Let's put a character here. Okay. From here to here, it should take a curve. Oh, it's taking a curve. Let me see. From here to here, it's a straight line. Yeah, this straight line here should probably be a something like this, right? Yeah, it's not detecting the trees. It's something kind of worrisome. But we're going to fix that later. We're going to fix the trees later. Alright, so first thing to fix is the line. Okay, this line here. And let's see if we can. Okay, just think a bit. Just one sec. Okay, we're back. So, okay, first thing we need to do is we need to fix this line. So this line is using relative position. This is debug nav line. Debug nav line. How can we make it so that it uses global position? Fill capping border. So there is no direct way of telling the line 2D to use a global position. Let's ask the search engine really quick. So Godot line 2D use global position. It really all over the place. Set a stop level. What is set a stop level? Okay, let's see. This is a good one. Here, let's search for help. Set a stop level is from canvas item. If enabled, the node will not inherit the transform from parent canvas item. So this is from the canvas item. Debug nav line is a canvas item that we can use parent material, show behind parent. So we don't have access here to this bool. We only have access to show behind parent. We're in canvas item properties of the debug nav line. Let me see, how can we do this? I am trying to not use codes. I want to just click a checkbox. Show behind parent, show on top. Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to need to use the function here. No big deal, no big deal. Set a stop level. Okay. So player, when we create this player, we have the debug nav lines available already. So what we can do is set a stop level true. That will make the nav line to have global transform, to make its positions be global. So we're going to test with hosting, joining, and starting. All right, we got it. So the line is now staying. And what we want to do now, we have two things to fix. We want the player to follow the path, but also we want the path to avoid the trees. As you can see, the path is going exactly through the trees here. Let's see if we enable in the world, we have the tree. If we enable this, will it subtract? Will it subtract? Let's wait for this client to die. If we disconnect, it's going to die soon. Then we're going to join and we're going to start. So yeah, it's not subtracting. What we want now is that the tree should be avoided when we draw this line. As you can see, of course, the character is not going through exactly through the line. It's not following the line, but we want at least the line to not cross the tree like this. So we want to subtract. Let's see if we can find something really quickly here. Navigation to the subtract. Is there something like that? Subtracting collision shapes. How to use pathfinding without using a tile map? Yeah, exactly what we want is this hole, this kind of hole, negative hole. Let me search really quickly how navigation should use multiple tile maps, how do you stack tile maps. So what we're looking to do is we want to make sure that these objects which have navigation paths to be subtracted from the nav mesh 2D. Ah, look how interesting. This is not aligned. This is not aligned. This should be aligned. Yeah, we're going to fix that soon. Need to occlude navigation polygon set intercept runtime. So navigation polygon can be added to a tile set to mark a tile to be used as navigation 2D to find a path. That's what we are doing here. Right, in the world, in this world, our tile map edit. Come on. Tools, machine. If you have an extra layer of object that can have to be avoided, how can you do? Okay. I think we're in the need for something like this. So this is closed. This is closed. That means that it's probably a way already to do this. Let me find it. Let me find where is the solution to this problem. Dynamic collision avoidance has been implemented in 34776. This was done last year, so we have a high chance that for Godot 3.4 we already have it. 3.4 is stable. This is the integration of the navigation server proposed here. So we have navigation server 2D. Navigation mesh instance under the navigation node. Okay, let's see what is our configuration right now. Our tree has a navigation polygon. Is this what you mean? Navigation mesh instance. Let's see if this polygon is what you mean. Let's go to navigation mesh instance. It has enable and it has nav poly. Nav poly. Navigation polygon. Okay, that's the polygon. And this inherits from node 2D. So it does not inherit from navigation mesh instance. It inherits directly from node 2D. So navigation agent, collision avoidance. This is what we need. Yep. We need this, but in 2D. Okay. Where was this merged? This is merged here into master. But do we have this commit? Which version? Brace compatibility, enhancement, topic navigation, milestone 4.0. Is this going to be only merging 4.0? This is going to be terrible for us. this is going to be bad. That means that this is exactly what we need, but it's only going to be available in 4.0, while our version is 3.4, and 4.0 of course is not ready for prime time, it's under development. Backport navigation server to 3.x is a draft. So another collaborator is working towards making this compatible with 3.x, so probably 3.4, 3.3, right? 3.3, 3.x. So okay, this was made in May this year. They were trying to backport the navigation server update. Hopefully this can be included in 3.5. Not good at all. We're going to do some changes to our planning of this project. This has been merged 2 days ago. Whoa, this is real time. Okay, this has been merged 2 days ago and is going to be available on Godot 3.5. Godot 3.5. And because this is going to be available in Godot 3.5, so we don't have it right now. We're using Godot 3.4, Godot 3.5, who knows when it's going to come out. So we are going to do something else. Improve navigation, obstacle, okay. Alright, so change of plans. We're not going to wait until Godot 3.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these trees be part of the tile set. So this tile map here, it has a bomb, it has a rock. We can leave the rock, but we don't need the bomb. The bomb is from the old Bomberman. Oh, alright. So first we need some art skills. Let's see if there is anything we can commit already. We edited game state. We changed the scene. Yeah, I think we can commit a bit of these changes. Okay, so let's add everything. We're going to say we added navigation mesh and the book line. That's the name we called it. This line is called the debug nav line. And the book nav line. So we added the navigation mesh, the navigation 2D, and the nav line, and the debug nav line. Okay, we can commit that. Let's push it. Permission denied. Yeah, so let's start a terminal here. And this terminal sole purpose is to depush stuff because Visual Studio Code doesn't handle passphrases apparently. So okay, we push stuff. So let's go to the next objective. So our next objective right now is making sure this line avoids the trees, right? How do we make the line avoid the trees? We can we're going to edit the image of the tileset. We have the tileset PNG, 3 PNG here. We basically need to merge. We need to merge the tree with the tileset. And the tileset is, where is my tileset? It's a PNG brick floor. Work. Okay, it's brickfloor.png. This is like a terrible name for a tile set, but That's not the issue. Let's going to open it with what tool can we use? Maybe paint.net, maybe Pixelorama. Let's use Pixelorama. Let's do it. So Pixelorama is here. Pixelorama is a it's a tool made in Godot to edit pixel art, which I find it amazing. So we're going to go up. We're going to find our, where is my file? Go to projects, go to MOBA, brick floor. Okay. We even have tabs. Do you want to reload it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, my ugly flag. So the other file that we need to open is the tree. An ugly tree. Okay. So what we want to do here, let's remove rectangular selection. Let's remove this this bump. Delete. Then we're going to copy the tree and we're going to paste it. Yeah, we don't really want to paste it in empty space. We want to paste it on top of this grass. So let me just select this grass. I will duplicate the grass. How do I duplicate grass? Edit, copy, and paste. All right, perfect. So we have it here. Then we can copy, paste, paste. Let's create another layer because why not? Create layer. So inside of this layer, we want to paste. Copy, paste. Yeah, it doesn't. It's over here. Right, screw up. It's pasting at the beginning. So let me undo. All right. So yeah, screw up. I'm going to select the grass again. I'm going to copy and paste, move it to the end, right? Then create a new layer, copy the tree, paste the tree, and put it here. Yeah, it looks about right. Sorry about the ugly tree. This is what we have. Then we can save. You know what? I will save it as style set. PNG. I will save it as style set PNG. So this style map, which have the style set, has this resource here. Now we have brick floor. The brick floor PNG, this, right? Let's find it here. Let's find it in VS Code. Brick floor. It's used everywhere. So I will undo what I did. So I will save it as brick floor, apparently. Let's see PNG. No, I'm going to do this brick floor PNG. And automatically it should change my tile set. Didn't change. Brick for PNG has not updated apparently. It's in desktop. Okay, no worries. What I need to do then, I have the brick for here. I can drag it inside here. All right. Let me do this again. So this is apparently PNG. I will rename it to brick for PNG, and then I'm going to put it here. Right. We just replace this. Now we have a tile. We have a tile which is tree. So when we want to edit this, we don't have the tree yet. And we want to add the tree to our tile set. So let's edit, right click, whatever, like plus, minus, edit, right click, and then it appears. And regions. The floor is going to have this size. How do we create new single tile? New single tile. This selected tile name is going to be tree, but it's going to be actually this part. It is the tree. The tree is not going to have any navigation mesh. So floor has a navigation mesh, tree doesn't have it, wall doesn't have it. So floor is the only place where the player is going to be able to walk. Okay, so now that we have it set up, let's save it. We have the tree here, we can create trees around. Let's diminish the transparency of this a bit. Reference. So we're going to create trees from the tile map. Trees. So what we're doing here, we're changing object trees for tile map trees to circumvent the limitation of Godot. And if we leave false, okay. So now that we are setting this up, we don't need any more sprites, we don't need any more shape, we don't need any more navigation polygon, we don't need any more tree object. We can literally go and destroy this whole trees node. And let's see, we can even delete the tree scene here. It's going to provide us with a bit of noise, so we save. Delete this, remove it. It says it cannot be undone, but that's a lie, because here we have our source control and we can always go back to the tree scene if we want. Right? We have the tree scene here, we can always revert it. So let's see what's happening. We host here, we join here, and we start here. All right, we have holes. This is good news. It's good that we have holes in the nav mesh. The question now is why it's not aligned. Why it is not aligned with our map. Let's align, and then we are going to reprogram our character so it follows the path, okay? This is pretty cool. This is very, very cool. We have the navigation working. Okay,